Myself, Kirti Chandral, Assistant Professor at Oriental College of Technology, Bhopal. Today, I am presenting a topic building material. So, when we are going for any kind of construction, we need some material as an ingredient for the construction. Those are stone, brick, lime, timber, sand, aggregate, mortar, concrete, bitumen. These are the basic ingredients for any kind of construction. Stone. Stone is a natural engineering material. It occurs in a natural way from the mountains, from the rock. Stone are derived from rock, which forms the earth's crust and have no definite shape and structure. But it can be a mixture of two or more materials. Types of stones. Here we are having mainly three types of stones, that are geological classification, physical classification, and its chemical composition classification. Geological classification means according to the nature how the rock is being formed. That is geological classification. Here we are having three types of classification: igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. Next, we are having physical classification, means according to its texture, what is classification: stratified, unstratified, and foliated. Next is chemical classification. Chemical means according to the chemical composition how rock is being classified: siliceous rock, aggregaceous rock, and calcareous rock. In this picture, we are able to see here how it is formed, because igneous rock is formed from the magma. When a volcano comes, the magma comes out in the form of lava. That makes an igneous rock. When the igneous rock, due to temperature, change in temperature, when igneous rock is occurring due to change in temperature, that type of rock is called as metamorphic rock. And sedimentary rock is nothing but when layer by layer it is being dumped, then layer by layer formation is called as sedimentary rock. In the picture we can see here, this magma comes here, which this magma, due to earthquake, this magma comes out in the form of lava and it becomes igneous rock. What are the requirements of good brick? Good stone. The first of all, it should have a correct structure, appearance, and color. The stone color and appearance should be uniform. Texture, arrangement of its constituent material, means the texture should be uniform enough. Specific gravity should be in between 2.4 to 2.7. The specific gravity test must be performed in the laboratory. The value should occur in between 2.4 to 2.7. Water absorption should not be more than 5%, because whenever we go for the stone construction, it is always exposed to the atmosphere. Due to rain and other environmental impacts, the water absorption should never be more than 5%. Durability. Strength. The crushing strength should be more than 100 Newton per millimeter square. Hardness, facility of working and dressing. These are the requirements of a good stone. Uses of stone. They are used in hydraulic structure like dams and bridges. They are used in retaining wall machinery to retain soil. Road metal in road construction. Ballast for permanent ways in railways. Concrete in form of coarse aggregate. These are the uses, application of stone. Next, what are the properties a stone should have? Siliceous rock are hard and durable. They are not easily affected by weathering action. This is a property of siliceous rock, that is, it is hard and durable. Argillaceous rock may be dense and compact, or they may be soft. They may be dense or compact, or they may be soft. The durability of calcareous rock will depend upon the constituent present in surrounding atmosphere. Marble, quartz have compact crystalline structure. Igneous rock contains many minerals, various minerals having wide range of different distinctive characteristics. These are the properties of each and every rock, like siliceous, argillaceous, calcareous, igneous, and sedimentaries. Next, the stone was the first material for the construction. Next, let us go for the second material, that is brick. Brick is a very important material for any kind of building construction, because when we are need to give a partition wall, which is given by the brick, and the vertical walls, the vertical closure of any kind of structure is done by the brick. What are the requirements of a good brick? The color of the brick should be red or copper and uniform. It should be well burnt in kiln. The surface should be even and free from cracks. The edges should be sharp enough. These are the good characteristics of a brick. What are the chemical composition of a good brick? Aluminium, Al2O3. It should be a 20 to 30% of aluminium is necessary to give a good quality of brick. It imparts plasticity to the earth, so it helps in the molding of brick earth. Silica, CSiO2. Silica is 50 to 60% of silica should be present in the brick. It is a major part of the brick with silica. It is it exists in brick, earth, either free or combined. As free sand, it is mechanically mixed with clay, and in combined form, it exists in chemical composition with aluminum. A good brick earth ex- should contain about 50 to 60% of silica. Next is lime. Lime is should not be more than limit not be more than 5%. It should be present in very fine state, because even small particles of size of a pinhead can result in flaking of brick. That's why the slime is used a very minimal amount, 5%. Oxides of iron, Fe2O3. It is 5 to 6% to give the color, red color. Iron oxide performs two functions. First is helps in fusion of sand like lime, and second, it provides the red color to the brick. It is kept below 5 to 6% excess of it may result in the dark blue or black color. If it exceeds more than 5 to 6%, it may change in its color, dark blue or black color. Next is magnesia. Magnesia is provided to give a yellow tinge. It should be very less than 5%. Next is, what are the sizes of brick? Here we are having two sizes of brick. First is conventional brick, another one is standard brick. The conventional brick size is 23 by 11.4 by 7.6, and the standard size is 19 by 9 by 9 centimeter. What are the classification of brick? Here we are having four types of classification, that is first class brick, second class brick, third class, and fourth class brick. The best is first class brick, which should be used in all kinds of construction. In first class brick, these first class bricks are table molded and of uniform shape, and they are burnt in kiln. The surface and edges of brick are sharp, square, smooth, and straight. They compile with all the qualities of good brick. These bricks are used for important work or permanent nature. The water absorption should not be more than 20%. Second class brick. The second class brick are ground molded and they are burnt in kiln. The surface of the second class brick is slightly rough and shape is more slightly rough. Regular. These bricks may have hair cracks and each their edges may not be sharp and uniform. These bricks are commonly used at places where brickwork is to be provided with a coat of plaster. Third class brick, again, as we go down, the strength of the brick and the quality of brick will reduce. Third class brick, These bricks are ground molded and they are burnt in clamp. These bricks are not very hard and they have rough surface with irregular and burnt edges. These bricks give dull sound when they are stuck together. They are used for unimportant work, temporary structure, and at places where rainfall is not heavy. Next is fourth class brick. Here, the strength and the quality of brick will more reduce. These are overburnt brick with irregular shape and dark color. Means it is not even properly burnt, regular shape and a proper color and texture. It is overburnt, irregular and dark color. These bricks are used as aggregate for concrete in foundation, brick floor, Suki road, because of the fact that the overburnt brick have a compact structure and hence they are sometimes found to be stronger than even the first class brick. Because of its irregular and dark color, it is very much compacted due to overburning. That's why we can break it out and use instead of stones and stones in aggregate or in the foundation. These are the classification of brick. Out of that, first class brick is the best brick which we have to use for the construction to get good strength. And if we are not able to afford or get first class brick, then second class brick also can be used. Uses of brick. Brick are used in wall machinery construction of building. Means whenever have to go for the construction of building, a wall should be designed. The wall is always constructed by brick. Used in brick lintel construction. Bats of brick are used in concrete in foundation work. Bats means a small pieces of bricks can be used in the foundation. Properties of a good brick. They are durable, they are low cost material, they possess good strength, they are really available, easily available. Brick are light and compact than the stone. It is easily transported. So these are the qualities of good bricks. In this session, we saw regarding the components of the building material, stone. Out of that components, we studied two components in this session, that is stone and brick, their types and their advantage uses. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed the session. The next types of building materials we'll be studying in the next session. Thank you all of you.